Hello, I'm back down the garage again.
And here we go. Radiator now installed and some pipe work. So I've just popped this on here for the moment to try and figure out things. I've plumbed everything else in. Well, I say I've plumbed everything else in. I've been trying to work it out. I can't remember if this hose here, this top hose that goes across to this new hose, which I've had made, or I say I've had made, it's part of a Z-Tech conversion kit effectively, that's made by Roos. Whether that's stretched like that normally, I honestly can't remember. But nevertheless, I'm wondering whether maybe I might replace this short heater pipe here with a longer section and maybe chop this pipe here and join it a bit further round so that it has a more natural run, and then perhaps clip it across. So you can see I've just put a cable tie there just for the moment, just to try and sort it out. You can also see my refurbished header tank. Now that's come up quite well, I reckon. So you can't see really where the marks were on the outside. I gave it a bit of a clean down with some ISO wipes. Ignore the fact there's just a bolt set on top so I don't lose it. Also a bit of thinners, just a little bit of thinners, just to try and take off what I thought was the overspray. And it's come up pretty good, to be honest. I'm happy with that. There's a new cap on top. And you can also see the extra pipework that going across the top here. Now, I ran this before, sort of on the top of the rad, so I need to try and do something similar again, I think. I've also, you may notice, the keen-eyed amongst you, refitted the headlamp there at the front. That's an original Corello headlamp, and the wiring had melted. So what I've done here is done a repair to the wiring loom, and it now matches the other side. So the plug that's over there now matches the one that's over here. I've also retaped the loom. I still need to fix the fuse box. As you can see, it's still that gaping hole in the side of it, perhaps there. A mess. I also need to put the two earths up to the top where the wiper motor mount goes for the linkage. But I've retaped the loom all the way across. It looks a bit tidier now. The wiring, irritatingly, and this is the same on all of them, but the positive terminals on the right, negative terminals on the left. It would be so much better if they were just the other way around. A lot of this fussy stuff here is because the battery charger's plugged in, so it does look a bit tidier than that, but I think I'm going to try and work out how I really want to make that run. In the meantime, I've also fitted the washer pipes. Now you can't see these, they run up behind the back of the scuttle. And what I've done is use some of these things. I used something similar before with cable ties. And I've used some Sikaflex or Tiger Bond, one of the two, I can't remember which one I bought now, just to bond those to the body so that the pipe can run from this little grommet down here, you can just about see, out the side. It runs by the back of the bonnet hinge there and then runs up to the top. And it's been run like that for years, and it's just a bit tidier in my mind than the little clips and hangers that run the washer pipe usually along the bottom of the scuttle here. I've also taken the opportunity to refit the front bumper. Now you can't see this, and as you've probably been hearing, it's been absolutely hacking it down. But what I've done is, because this was just in my shed, I was really worried about it getting damaged. I've fitted it back up, and I've fitted that headlamp in and indicator on the other side as well. You can just about see. I'll pop the door up in just a second, hopefully, if we get a bit of a break in the rain. But basically, I can't get to the front of the car that side. So there's not much of a gap. You can hear the sensors for my garage door ticking on and off, which stop the door raising and lowering if you're obstructing it. But if I put them in there now, it means I can work on this side of the car if it does start to absolutely come down. I've also borrowed the little spot mop. And by spot mop, it's like a very small machine polisher, like the one that's just down here on the floor. And that's just to go into some of the smaller areas, which I've not managed to quite polish up the way I'd like. So I've got a small machine polisher I've borrowed from work, just so I can tuck in there. But actually, looking at it, apart from the fact that I keep putting fingerprints all over it and it gets a little bit sort of plumy whenever I've got the door open, it's been raining, it looks okay in there. I probably don't need to do too much, in truth. And so there we have it, the end of another session working on the car. There's a bit more to be done. So I've got the other headlamp to pop in. I'm waiting on some new bolts and some new fixings. Then I've got to tackle the airbox next and fitting that up, working out where the pipework's going to go across the top of the engine, finish the plumbing, and yeah, I think we're sort of getting there now. I did power the car up, and I'm pleased to say that the lights and indicators and everything else are all still working. So I can only assume that I haven't ruined that when I've been doing the wiring behind the dash, and it has been a worry. But I guess we'll find out next time. For now, though, you can see my car has started to get its face back. I managed to pop the door open just whilst it's not raining.
And there we have it. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.